Hello everyone, my name is Anu and with me is my partner Dulmi. Today we are presenting our analysis of a significant ethical dilemma in early childhood education titled Beyond the Celebration: An Ethical Response to Diversity. Imagine this, it's November at a busy metropolitan kindergarten. The educators are planning their end of year celebration and the children are excited. But then a parent approaches one of the teachers and explaining that for their family's religious beliefs, they need their child to be excluded from all Christmas related activities. A few days later, another family expresses a similar wish regarding Diwali. This creates a profound professional dilemma. How do we, as educators, honor the diverse values and beliefs of every family while ensuring all children feel an equal sense of belonging and inclusion within the learning community? First, we'll outline the stakeholders and barriers involved.
To truly understand this dilemma, we must analyze the complex and often conflicting perspectives of those involved. Most importantly, there are the children. They are active social participants and their right to a sense of belonging is paramount. The greatest risk in this dilemma is that a child who cannot participate will be isolated or marginalized, which can harm their developing identity and sense of self. This directly contradicts our core ethical responsibility to do no harm. Next, we have families. Their perspectives are shaped by their own cultural concepts and socialization goals. Some families view these celebrations as cherished community traditions. For others, it's a matter of religious observance, and they have a right to be respected as partners in their child's education. Although policy often mandates a collaboration and close understanding with the home, this partnership frequently breaks down, leaving families feeling unheard. Finally, at the center are the educators who are caught in a web of ethical and professional obligations. They must navigate a situation that is contextual and relational and has no predetermined solution. Research shows that educators often feel a deep uncertainty in these moments, fearing they might cause offense, which can lead them to avoid the topic of religion altogether. Navigating these conflicting perspectives is made even more difficult by several barriers. Educators often lack formal training in cultural responsiveness. They face the practical challenge of balancing multiple festivals and respecting sensitive religious traditions. This often leads to a fear of causing offense, which can result in avoidance of defaulting the dominant culture's traditions.
Given these conflicting stakeholder perspectives, we must analyze this dilemma not as a technical problem, but as a site of ethical and political practice. A simple rule based universalistic ethic which seeks a single relation solution for all is limited here. Such an approach fails to recognize the contextual and relational nature of the work we do. A more effective framework is feminist ethic of care, which values interdependence and focuses on responsibilities and relationships within the specific context. This ethic requires a profound shift from instrumental caregiving, which is simply managing a situation, to a relational practice of caring, which involves deeper attentiveness and responsiveness to the need of all. It means we are not just technicians applying a curriculum, but ethical practitioners navigating complex human dynamics.
The risk of not adopting this ethic is significant. When we default to the majority culture, we reinforce what research identified as hegemonic discourse, where one way of being is seen as normal and others are not. This can lead directly to tokenism or superficial tourist curriculum, where cultural practices are presented without depth or context, reinforcing stereotypes instead of breaking them down. Our professional responsibility is to actively resist this and create a setting that affirms the value of all diversities in a meaningful way.
So, how do we apply this ethical analysis in our practice? We propose four key implications for creating inclusive environments. First, we must reframe the event. Instead of focusing on a specific holiday, we can shift to an inquiry into universal themes like how we mark special times. This allows us to focus on shared values like family and kindness, creating experiences where all children feel included. Second, building strong family partnerships is critical. By actively involving all families in curriculum development, we ensure children see their cultural origins reflected in the program, which affirms their identity and enhances their sense of belonging.
Third, there is a clear need for ongoing professional development. Through cultural competence training and self reflection, educators can learn to recognize their own biases and teach about diverse practices respectfully and inclusively. Finally, these practices contribute to building a true sense of belonging. Early childhood settings should be a safe space where diversity is seen as normal and beneficial and where prejudice is actively addressed. In these environments, children don't just learn about others, they develop a deeper understanding of themselves. In conclusion, navigating this dilemma transforms the educator from a simple event planner into a reflective ethical advocate. It requires courage and care, but it is essential work for fostering a community where every child and family truly belongs. These are the references we utilize to support our research. Thank you.